The Democratic presidential hopefuls are spending the weekend campaigning in Iowa. It began last night for 10 of the contenders at a forum on gay rights. At the event, frontrunner Joe Biden raised some eyebrows when he said he was an early supporter of same-sex rights. Political correspondent Ed O'Keefe is in Iowa. Ed, good morning.
Good morning, Dana. Gay rights has been a big issue here in the First in the Nation caucus state for several years. It's just one of the issues presidential candidates are talking about in their mad dash for voters.
Back when some Democrats were talking about civil unions, I was performing marriages in 2004 at San Francisco City Hall.
I remember serving under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And I also remember the weight lifted when that was no longer a threat to my career.
Democratic presidential candidates Friday night took turns explaining how they'd protect gay, lesbian, and transgender rights.
Donald Trump has a strategy. He's got a plan. His strategy is turn people against people.
Despite having pushed then-President Obama to support same-sex marriage, former Vice President Joe Biden had to strongly defend his gay rights record amid questions of his past work with Republicans.
You have also praised Vice President Mike Pence as a decent guy.
A lovely person. I came out on Meet the Press in support of gay marriage before anybody else did nationally. I didn't have to evolve.
The forum came as candidates are once again focused on winning over Iowa voters, with the caucus here only about 130 days away.
I'm not going to change who I am. You're going to get exactly what I am.
And we're going to win. Yeah, so are you.
One candidate doubling down in Iowa is California Senator Kamala Harris, who, despite slipping back in polls here, now says she's determined to finish in the top three.
So I'm moving here.
It can be frustrating, frankly, to have to make these decisions that feel like a trade-off. But I plan on spending as much time as I can here.
In order to win, Harris has to convince voters like John Elphick. He said his three favorite candidates are Biden, Harris, and Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren.
It's a little harder this time because there's so many candidates.
In one night, Elphick attended a Harris rally and an event held by Warren. Having seen both of them now in one night, did your opinions change at all?
I like them both.
So you're still torn?
I'm still torn, yeah.
You meet a lot of undecided voters like John these days here in Iowa, and today, another big and tasty political event that they can attend. The steak fry being held here in Des Moines, where they grill, not fry, at least 10,500 steaks for 12,000 attendees, who will get a chance to hear from 17 Democratic presidential candidates. If you're vegan, if you're a kid, don't worry, they have options for you too. Jeff?
It's a lot to chew on, Ed. Ed, we know how important Iowa is in the early voting, especially candidates trying to make up some of that ground like Kamala Harris. But there are changes to how the caucuses are going to be held next year. What are those and what's the impact?
Yeah, remember, when you go to a caucus, you have to show up at a specific time and in a specific place depending on your precinct. But just yesterday, Iowa Democrats got permission to hold what are called satellite caucuses, allowing maybe shift workers at a factory or a hospital to gather together that night and make their decision. The idea is to boost participation among Democrats across the state, and there's a good chance that could favor certain candidates.
All right, Ed, thank you.